amazing. Now, here's the thing. There is this kind of challenge with providing liquidity and not having ADA to stake, which increases the amount of tokens that you get when you stake to a certain stake pool that is going, that's partnered with a DEX or some other project to get tokens. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to start seeing DEXs offer an option for half of your ADA that's in a ADA pair. So if I have ADA and Pavia in a liquidity pool pair, half of that ADA will be able to be staked simultaneously. And I'll show you an example as we're getting into the DeFi update segment right now. Okay, so look at this tweet. Subcritical says, earning my 4.5% on my ADA while providing liquidity on the DEX. They are going to pull a lot of liquidity from other Cardano DEXs. Ada Whale tweeted, Wingryder is close to launch. They'll be the first DEX to support hardware wallets, which is another cool thing about Wingryder. They'll be the first DEX to provide staking, which is critical. And then total value locked will soon be so high that Malfred and Eric Wall cry themselves to sleep. Now let's just check this out. Our second new function is actually a first. We are the only Cardano DEX platform that provides staking on those Cardano in liquidity pools. Okay, what does this mean? If you don't know, I'll go over it in a little bit later when we get into some of the other DeFi updates. If you do know what it means, you see why I started with ISPO talk. When you are holding your ADA in a liquidity pool, LP, you don't miss out on your approximately 4.5% year average earnings that you normally earn by staking your ADA. A functionality to vote on where the ADA will be staked is under development, will be released shortly. Now, will this mean, see how it says a functionality to kind of vote on where the ADA will be staked? Will this give you the ability to vote on a stake pool that is part of an ISPO? And will you get those ISPO rewards for the ADA part of your liquidity pool that's staked to that stake pool? I don't know. Okay. But what I do think is people won't want to lose out on ISPOs. Therefore, you're probably going to see a push from the communities to say, listen, DEXs, I'll provide my ADA for an LP pair. But what we want, not saying that they'll be able to do it right away, is the ability to choose where that ADA is being staked. And Wingryder is innovating and showing us that this is already, going to be possible to some degree. We don't know if we're going to get the rewards yet from where that ADA gets staked, or how easily it will be able to pick the stake pool. But I just wanted to show you guys a trend that I see will come up. I think people are going to be starting to think about this pretty soon. I haven't heard anybody talk about this yet, but I believe that you're going to start to hear people talk about this. Okay. So original thought, we don't just take everyone else's thoughts and just spew them out here on the J Crypto Show. We come up with our own thoughts and do your own additional research too, by the way. This is not financial advice. Also, another first, the Wingryder platform will be the first DEX on Cardano to support hardware wallets. This is huge because there is a ton of liquidity in things like treasures and ledgers that is not going onto these DEXs. So this will be a monumental step towards making more volume, towards being able to keep your funds safe and have peace of mind if you have a hardware wallet, or if you're in a part of the world where maybe you don't know if they're going to somehow freeze the centralized wallets and you want to store all your crypto in a hardware wallet. It makes total sense. I totally understand that. Then now you can still participate in the action that is DeFi. So Wingryder is the DEX that's working on all these things. It's very exciting to see. Okay, this is their Twitter. They already have 16,000 followers. Right now, they are not part of the DeFi Alliance, but it is an interesting platform that I haven't really heard people talk about much yet. So I wanted to give it kind of a spotlight in today's J Crypto Show. Then real quick, just wanted to show you an update on MinSwap. So let's look at some of these pairs. I'm seeing on other YouTube videos when doing my research, okay? And I try to give you guys different content than these other YouTubers. And I think I'm doing that pretty successfully. But really what's happening here is ADA min, 163% APR. So we're already seeing this APR drop below what Sunday Swap, has been offering at a faster rate. Okay, why is that? Well, I'm not sure, but it is interesting to look at. And I think it's due to a lot more locked liquidity. I think it's due to more trading pairs, and it could be due to a few other factors like the price of min, right? Because as the price of min goes up, you might see that the APR goes up because you're actually getting more of a return on your investment, things of that nature. But yield farming is in full swing. So here's a couple of takeaways from this. I was researching other YouTube videos. People are asking why the APR is going down. This is natural, okay? They can't be giving out massive high APRs on the top traded pairs all day long. If you go on to other blockchains, you'll see that the biggest volume pairs on Dexes usually have the smallest APRs when it comes to farming. This is because there's way more people that have that, like those two assets, to provide liquidity. This is probably because those assets happen to be the safest options too on the DEX. And that is why those APRs go down, because more people are supplying liquidity. So those incentivized rewards get distributed out more and more, the more people that supply the liquidity. Okay. My experience with MinSwap has been nothing but phenomenal. The only thing I will mention is if you go through the process of farming, right? Go to my video and I'll link it in the description below and watch how to farm on MinSwap. Okay. I've done 2 videos so far, but the first one gives you kind of why we're entering into a DeFi cycle and why NFT prices are dropping. And that's the one I'd encourage you to watch. Now, all you got to do is trade. So that way you have half Pavia, half Cardano in US dollar value or the same value. Then what you want to do is basically create a liquidity pair. So all you got to do is hit stake, then hit add liquidity. Once you have your liquidity, you hit stake again on the farm, and then you can just hit stake, because once you hit stake, there's another stake that comes up. Those are the 3 simple steps. Everything takes a bit long, right? And that is just due to congestion on the Cardano blockchain, as well as us just being early, #YoungAda. The Plutus memory is increasing. We're moving closer and closer to Hydra. Eventually, it's going to be like that. That's how quick it will be to provide liquidity to these DEXs, things of that nature. But we're just early, right? And Cardano started a lot later than these other blockchains. So it's amazing the progress that Cardano has, demonstrated in such a short window of time. It's awesome to see. So that's all I just wanted to say real quick on MinSwap farming rewards. I'm making around, I think 30 min right now at this current APR a day. So, or actually a little bit more, maybe like 30 to 35 or 40. But I'm just going to wait till all my min is earned. I'm selling off some NFTs to put some more liquidity into this ADA Pavia farm and some other farms too. I like this ADA Dana farm. There's a few other farms that I'm looking at. And I will be, trying to get most of my liquidity into this ADA Pavia farm, just because I really like this farm. I'm a huge fan of Pavia, but just want to show you that real quick. DeFi Llama. If you didn't know, this is a great site to check total value locked on Dexes on Cardano. And we can see that MinSwap is surpassing Sunday Swap by a lot. The reason for this, in my opinion, is MinSwap is just more consumer centric. You can claim your rewards at any time on MinSwap. So that means if I make $60 of passive income in a week, I can claim it after a week. I can claim it in 3 days. I can claim it whenever. Okay. Sunday Swap, they have less pairs than MinSwap. So that could be hurting their total value lock. The other thing about Sunday Swap is they actually have a locking period of 30 days. So you have to wait 30 days to claim your Sunday rewards. If you take your liquidity up before 30 days, you also don't get rewards. Less consumer centric, more total value locked is going to MinSwap. I do still like Sunday Swap, and I do see a lot of potential for their team and what they're doing because of other innovations that they're working on. And we'll talk about that in a future video.